let's talk. So as you guys are aware of, I did a video recently called Pedophile YouTubers Exposed, and that video was pretty brutal. It was me responding to 2 YouTubers who publicly advocated for adults having sex with children. So pretty bad, right? And going out of that video, you think, okay, bad news, that's pretty terrible. Good news, can't really get worse than that, right? But it kind of does. And I'll say this, the reaction that I got to that video was, for the most part, expected. You know, most people see a video about pedophiles and think, holy shit, that's fucked up, and it's not this huge debate. However, there were some responses to that video that I really did not expect. And a part that really shook me was the fact that more people came out of the woodwork to defend the 2 pedophiles I responded to than when I do response videos to any run-of-the-mill, you know, social justice warrior, Riley Dennis, for example. And I don't know if that's more of a commentary on Riley Dennis's likability or the size of the pedophile population. I'll let you decide. But either way, I was pretty, you know, taken aback by it. There was a response video made to me calling me a pedophobe because of my video, which, proud to be that, by the way. And I also got a lot of emails and messages from you guys telling your stories with this topic, and I feel like I've learned a lot since making that video, and I want to share some of the things that I have learned with you guys today. So here we go. Pedophiles and predators are not just creepy old men as they are often depicted in media. Look at the 2 people that I covered in that video alone. One of them was a 17-year-old guy and the other was a young, you know, mid-20s woman. And had they not opened their mouth about who they are and the feelings that they have, you would never know there was anything different about them. So in the interest of protecting the children in your life, don't overlook strange behavior simply because it's not coming from someone who you would stereotypically deem a pedophile. And granted, maybe people have different perceptions of, you know, that individual in their head. But I think for most people, when they think of a pedophile, they think of, you know, a creepy old man peering through the window. It can kind of be anyone. Number 2, pedophilia is a psychiatric disorder. Oftentimes, pedophiles will try to frame it as an orientation similar to homosexuality or bisexuality or heterosexuality, but there is a very important distinction to be made. And this part's new to me. They will also often try to use the phrase MAP instead of pedophile. MAP standing for minor attracted person. Some of the angry responses that I've been getting over the past 2 weeks were from self-proclaimed MAPs. So any attempt by anyone trying to replace the word pedophile with something easier to swallow, something more politically correct, you know, something with less stigma attached to it, needs to be shut down. Sometimes stigma's okay. There are pedophiles who claim, keyword claim, to be dedicated to never offending because they're able to understand that objectively such an endeavor would really harm a child. A lot of these individuals came out to respond to my video, and my thoughts on that is that these people should absolutely be given psychiatric help, but we shouldn't let our guard down just because someone says that they're dedicated to not offending. It's a good thing for everyone for these individuals to seek help. Another thing, there are absolutely pedophiles, quite a lot of them, who want to attach themselves to the LGBT movement to gain acceptance. The slippery slope theory that we've all heard, they want to manifest it for real. They see themselves as an oppressed minority. Check out this really disturbing video from the Anti-PED0PHILIA Action channel. Anti-PED0PHILIA.
Progressing to the point where we can look pedophiles in the eyes and see them as equals is actually going to take some effort. And yes, that is the future I am pushing for.
Paedophile just means that you are sexually attracted to children. They love children.
Sex is not harmful to children. It is a vehicle to self-knowledge, love, healing, creativity, adventure, and intense feelings of aliveness.
Pedophiles are people too.
They can't help their sexual orientation, just like you can't help yours.
To the LGBT community, if you start to see this sort of thing bubble up, please call it out. This group of people weaseling their way into the LGBT community will absolutely delegitimize LGBT rights and LGBT people in general. I've seen it nonstop in the past 2 weeks. These people will absolutely try to replicate your arguments as arguments for why people should accept pedophiles. They'll say it's an immutable characteristic. They'll say it's an orientation they can't control. They'll use all the same guidelines that the LGBT community uses to normalize trans people, gay people, etc., but for pedophiles. And to a certain extent, perhaps they're correct that it is immutable and that there is no cure for pedophilia. However, I'd like to think we live in a world where most people can differentiate between an orientation that causes a whole lot of harm in the world and one that really just entails a consensual relationship between two adults who are gay, two men, two women, a trans person, a non-trans person, etc. Don't ever accept that it's just any other orientation or that non-offending pedophiles deserve representation within the movement. Just don't do it. Overall, you guys, just be aware that this group is out there. Are they some huge movement with political backing? No. However, they are here. I'm also going to link some resources in the description with information of the warning signs so that people can understand and recognize if a child in their life is, being put through abuse. Because I think that's just valuable information for anyone to have. So yeah, love you guys. Sorry for the heavy video again. Things are just getting dark in 2017, okay? I love you guys, and I'll be back for another video soon. Bye.